Welcome to Homesteading the Pioneer Way. Well, I had a request. I had done a video the other day about picking some poke and a little bit of dock. And I had a request that someone said, would I do a video showing me how to wash it and cook it. So, it kind of sticks together, so you just have to pull it apart so you can wash it really good. And another tip is I always wait until after a nice rain and let the Lord wash it. See how it sticks together? And that's why I wait till a good rain and then I'll go out and pick it, and that way the Lord has washed it for you and you don't have to wash it quite as well. But anyway, you just wash it. And I've got this pan heating up. I'm over at my daughter's. Anyway, since it's had rained just before I picked it, now some people cut it up. I don't. Because I'm going to chop it up after it's cooked. And like I said, you cook it twice. You bring this water to a boil. And so, it's just me and my husband. So we don't, oh, it's hot already. We don't, eat that much. And it's not going to make that much. So you don't have to have that much water either. And living the pioneer lifestyle, especially if you're off-grid and don't have water, you try to make do with as least amount of water as you can. So I'm just washing these leaves. And I'm washing them one at a time. You don't have to do that. You can just dunk a handful in there, I guess. But I like to make sure there's not any bugs or anything in it, so it don't take but a few minutes. But I will bring you back when I get these washed. And I would show you something else. See, these leaves are pretty, now this is a dock. Dock is really good for you also. So, it don't look like you've got enough poke. You can put dock in it. And what I'll do, if it's got a big stem that, you don't want too much stem, I will hold it. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, yeah, I can't do it. I will hold it with one hand and grab the leaves with another and pull. Well, I can't do it with one hand. I'm trying to do it with the other hand, but it won't do it. Anyway, if I had two hands, you could just hold it and pull them, strip them leaves off. Like that. Except I didn't do a good job. Because I've got one hand holding the camera. But anyway, there it is. If you don't want the stem, you can just take it in one swift swoop. You can get that stem off. But like I said, I just do about a hand size, so it's really, as you can see, it's starting to boil already. About the time I get it all in here, it's going to be boiling. Coming to a rolling boil. I must have the pan a little off-centered because It's not boiling all over. Anyway, just like a few more of these leaves. Now, if you've got a big family, it would take a lot more of this. And you could put a little salt in your water and just take it by handfuls and go in, you know, like this by handfuls. And that salt would help get anything off, you know, on it that might be on it. But just, like I said, a little bit. And so here we go. Now let me come over here and get a spoon or something. You ideally want to cover this, which I didn't do. But it'll be alright. Get some more. Let me get some more water. Let's see if that's going to be enough. Oh yeah, that'll be enough. Now I'll have to come back up to a boil, but I put hot water in it. It won't take long. But anyway, you only have to boil this about 10 minutes. And then you pour it out, and you drain it. And you squeeze it out best you can. Get all the liquid out of it. That's the poison. And then you do it one more time. And I will pause you and bring you back when I've got that done. Well, if I can. I'm having a problem with my phone. Every time I touch pause, it will not pause. And I don't like to do long videos. So if I can pause you, I will pause you. And if not, I guess you'll have to labor with me till this is done. But like I said, you don't have to boil it but a few minutes. And it should come up back up to boil in a few minutes. Now some people say that you only have to boil this once. But my family has always boiled it twice. And I guess you've noticed this dot is turning colors. And you can put any kind of, all different kinds of different greens in here. You could put turnip greens or mustard greens, or you could put kale, or just any kind of green. And there's a lot of greens that you can just get out of the yard. You can go outside and pick some wild onion and put both the bulb and cut up the green stem and put in here. Have a little onion flavor to it if you want. You can put garlic with it. I just usually put salt and pepper and the egg. But anyway, there it's fixing to come back to a boil. And I'm still trying to pause you. We'll see. Okay, I think this has boiled long enough for the first time. And I believe I did get you paused. I'm not sure. But so let me get a strainer. I may have to pause you again to strain this. I guess I will. Because I can't just set it on the sink. I've already got some really hot water in here for the second boil. Let me see if I can transfer it in here. Thought I would start with hot water, so that'll work. I can pick this up with one hand. I don't know if I can pick this up with one hand or not. That's why I don't do a lot of cooking shows. Let me pause you and strain this. Okay, I've put the water in here now to get it up to a boil. I'm straining these greens. Now let me interject right here. Any other green other than wild greens, like turnip greens, you know, mustard greens, whatever other kind of greens, this liquid right here would be considered a pot liquor, and it would be wonderful to eat. But polk, that is poisonous. So that's what you pour off. Okay, let me set that there and pour this off. I'm even going to rinse my bowl. Okay, now we're going to get in here, not with your hands because this is hot, and you're just going to mash that and get all the liquid you can get out. And see, I told you it does like spinach. It you just have a little bit left. And then you're going to put it back in there and then boil it again. And just repeat the process. And since I put the water back on, it's nearly boiling now by the time I get this rinsed and squeezed out. It's almost back up to a boil. You can see that. And after we boil this for a few minutes, and this is the extra liquid we got out. So, we do this one more time, and then we're going to scramble some eggs in it. see if I can pause you again. Well, I may not can. Anyway, you don't have to boil this one is quite as long. Just a couple of minutes. Because most of, we boiled about 10 minutes the first time, so most of the poison has been bleached out. And I just stir it around to make sure it's all getting cooked good. See, this over here don't look like it's boiling as well as in the middle, so that's why I'm stirring it around to make sure it all gets really cooked. Now, some people have canned this, but there was an elderly couple was found dead in their cabin with their faces in their plate of polk that she had canned. So I would not suggest canning it. Now, some people may. I know they said the berries are poisonous, and we have never eat the berries. But in natural medicine, they say if you'll eat just a few of the berries, it helps with joint pain of arthritis, rheumatism, whatever you want to call it. And some people make jelly with the berries. I guess the cooking of it does the same thing as boiling of the leaves. I guess the cooking down of the berries kills the poison. I have not made polk jam polk berry jam, but and I want to share with a lot of people in the South call this polk salad. Well, I have a problem with that. It's polk weed. But there's even, Elvis Presley did a song, Polk Salad Annie, and everybody in the South seems to call it polk salad. Well, salad is raw leaves of any kind. You eat raw leaves of the polk and you die. So I don't understand the term polk salad. But anyway, this is the way we do it. And I'm fixing to pause you and strain this. Okay, I have put some oil in a pan. Not much. I've tried to smear it around. This is the water from the second batch. And that's all there is, all that I cook. And see, I just kind of chop it up. So I don't chop it up before I cook it, because it's so easy to just chop. And this is a big pan. I would normally cook it in a smaller pan, but I had already, like I said, it's hard to, and I've turned the pan off, so it's off the heat, but it will still cook. We just like an egg in it. Egg right in it. And I forgot to put my salt and pepper in it. But this is why we eat it. where the Cherokee Indians eat their polk. So this is a viewer request. And I know it don't look like much, but it's just me and my husband. So, you know, half of this for him, half of it for me, with some fried potatoes, some cornbread, maybe some pinto beans or Great Northern or some kind of beans, and onion, slice of tomato, and that's a meal. So it don't take much, and it was free. We like free living on Homestead. So till next time, this is Homesteading. On your way, saying, keep homesteading.